Exercise A. Meaning from context. Page 132.
Personal finance tips. 1. Don't trust yourself to remember to pay your bills on time. Instead, set up a bill pay reminder on your bank's website to avoid late fees. 2. If your company offers direct deposit, deposit a percentage of your pay into a savings account. Don't include that money in your budget, and never withdraw any money from your savings account except for emergencies. 3. Banking fees. Monthly maintenance fees, ATM fees, foreign transaction fees can add up. You can often avoid these fees by keeping a minimum balance. If that's not possible, consider opening an account with an online bank to save on fees. 4. Allocate at least 20% of your pay to financial priorities such as paying off debt and building your retirement savings. 5. It's possible to overdo saving money in a bank. If you have more than 6 months' savings in your account, think about investing. 6. College students. Unless you're lucky enough to live in a country where a college education is free, look for sources of financial assistance to help pay for your classes. There are many grants and scholarships available from governments or private organizations if you meet their criteria. 7. Most people are reluctant to borrow money. However, you should consider getting a loan if you want to start a business or if you need training to advance your career. 8. Pay off your credit cards in full every month to avoid paying added interest.
Listening. Financial innovations. Exercise C. Main ideas. And Exercise D. Details. Pages 134 to 135.
I would never have chosen this restaurant if I'd known it was so crowded. Is it always like this at lunchtime, Nora?
I couldn't say, Utah, since this is my first time here. Have you been here before, Trang?
I might have eaten here before. I don't remember. But I really appreciate this opportunity to have lunch with you two. I haven't eaten out since my last payday 2 weeks ago. That reminds me, I have to check my bank account. Oh, that's great. They've already deposited my salary into my account.
I wish I had direct deposit, but I was only hired a month ago, so they still haven't set it up yet.
So, how are you getting paid, Nora?
They do it the old-fashioned way, by sending checks by mail to my apartment.
That doesn't sound very convenient. So, you have to wait days for the check to arrive and then you go to your bank to deposit it?
Well, it does take a few days to arrive. However, then I just use my banking app to deposit it at home. You know, you just take a picture of the front and back of the check with your phone.
Actually, I've never used my banking app for that.
Why not, Trang?
Well, honestly, I'm a little reluctant to adopt new technologies, especially if they affect my money. Plus, there are so many new types of digital transactions with so many people and companies involved. So, naturally, I'm concerned about online security issues.
I'm just the opposite. I think trying out new payment apps and technologies is exciting. Speaking of which, I just downloaded a digital wallet to my phone.
Oh, did you? You'll love it. I've been using mine for a long time, and I like it a lot. So much better than carrying credit cards around. But digital wallets were invented years ago. Why did you wait so long to download one, Utah?
Well, I come from Japan, and that might have something to do with it. Although credit cards are extremely popular there, only 2% of the population, more or less, uses a digital wallet. I think it's because most people expect to have to pay for a service like that and can't quite believe it's free.
I can understand their perspective. And personally, I don't like my financial information being spread all over the internet. I'm not sure any company can fully guarantee online security. That's why I try to use a bank I trust for all my financial needs. I have my debit and credit cards through one bank, and I use the same bank to send money to family members in Vietnam.
Do you use the same bank here that your family uses in Vietnam?
No, we use different banks, but the transfer always goes through successfully.
Then I suggest you investigate peer-to-peer payment services. They allow individuals to transfer funds directly to and from each other, and the fees tend to be lower than on international bank transactions. Anyway, you should definitely check them out.
Okay, I will. But I'm generally satisfied to pay a little more for the feeling of security I get from working with real banks.
I suppose banks do offer a little more security, but many of the newest types of digital payment systems are run by major corporations. I can see that we're quite different, though. I'm more like Utah. I find financial innovations fun and exciting.
Speaking of financial innovations, I'm thinking of taking out a peer-to-peer loan to purchase a car.
I've heard the interest on those can be lower than on loans from banks. How exactly do they work?
It's a very simple process. You go online and create a loan request explaining why you need the money and how you plan to repay the loan. But it's not banks who give you a loan, it's individuals. A regular person will decide if you meet their loan criteria, and if you do, they'll give you a loan in the amount you request.
Is this something new, or have people been doing it for a while?
Oh, it's been going on for over 10 years at least. Some peer-to-peer loan services allocate financial aid to people in developing countries. The loans are usually pretty small, so they're called microloans. But even so, it's surprising how much what seems like a small loan of, say, just $50 can help someone.
Well, be careful not to overdo it by borrowing more than you can comfortably pay back, okay?
I wouldn't dream of it. Speaking of loans, Nora, I'm not sure I have enough money in my account to cover lunch today. Would you mind paying for me? I'll pay you back on Friday.
No problem. I'll pay for us both.
By the way, I just noticed a sign over there behind the cash register that says cash only.
I can't believe it. Well, my bank is only a 10-minute walk away, so I'll go withdraw some money and...
Calm down, you two. I have more than enough cash to cover lunch for the three of us today.
Really? Thanks, Trang. I'll pay you back Friday at the latest.
And I'll set up a bank transfer the minute I'm back at my desk.
Don't be silly. I'm happy to pay for lunch today. Then I can send you an email reminder that you each owe me a lunch. I was thinking we should do this more often anyway. Let's try for next week, okay?
Exercise E, page 135. 1.
That reminds me, I have to check my bank account.
2.
Speaking of which, I just downloaded a digital wallet to my phone.
3.
Speaking of financial innovations, I'm thinking of taking out a peer-to-peer loan to purchase a car.
4.
By the way, I just noticed a sign over there behind the cash register that says cash only.
Exercise F, focused listening, page 135.
Well, it does take a few days to arrive. However, then I just use my banking app to deposit it at home. You know, you just take a picture of the front and back of the check with your phone.
Actually, I've never used my banking app for that.
Why not, Trang?
Well, honestly, I'm a little reluctant to adopt new technologies, especially if they affect my money. Plus, there are so many new types of digital transactions with so many people and companies involved. So, naturally, I'm concerned about online security issues.
Pronunciation. Aspirated k, p, and t. Page 136. The consonant sounds k, p, and t are strongly aspirated when followed by a vowel sound in a stressed syllable. For example, caller, partner, return. Aspirated means they are pronounced with a puff of air. These sounds are otherwise only weakly aspirated or not aspirated at all. To test if you are aspirating these sounds, put your hand in front of your mouth. If you can feel a puff of air, you're aspirating them. Exercise A, page 136.
1. Tony Tuttle took Tanya Taft's 10 toys.
2. Kevin Karsten called Kenny King's cat Kathy.
3. Pedro Pardo posted Patricia Patton's party picture.
4. Taki Tanaka took 2 typing tests Tuesday.
5. Could Karen kindly keep Kareem's cola cold?
6. Pilar painted pink paper posters perfectly.
Exercise B, page 136.
1. Tanawat paid $10 in cash to the kind parking attendant.
2. Camilla's perfect piano playing shocked Carlo's music teacher.
3. Priya was told not to whisper to Carmen during the pop quiz.
4. Kofi purchased a book of popular cartoons to pass the time on the train.
5. Could you please call Peter to tell him to turn in his term paper?
6. 2 clever kids took turns painting portraits of people in art class.
Exercise A, model, and Exercise B, analyze the model, pages 139 to 140.
Hello, everyone. My name is Olivia, and my group will be presenting 9 money management tips from 3 sources. The first source is the Student Money website. Here's a tip I really need. According to Student Money, you shouldn't buy snacks from convenience stores or vending machines. To save money, buy them at grocery stores. But be sure not to overdo it. Next, it's important to pay your rent on time. You'll build trust with your landlord. I set up a reminder on my phone so I never forget. And if you can't pay for some reason, call your landlord immediately. Finally, Student Money says that you should separate needs from wants. It will help you focus on needs first. It's your turn, Wang Jing.
Hello. These tips are from the website Watch Your Money. According to Watch Your Money, students should take advantage of student discounts. Did you know that with a student ID, you can sometimes get a discount on movie tickets, bus fares, or even on food in some restaurants? So, remember to check for student discounts. It doesn't cost anything to ask. Watch Your Money also says not to own a car unless you have to. With insurance, gasoline, and repairs, it's surprisingly expensive to keep a car on the road. Finally, your money belongs in the bank, not in your wallet. Don't go around with lots of cash in your wallet. You can't spend what you don't have. Okay, you're next, Mohammed.
Hi. These 3 tips are from the Manage Money online magazine. According to Manage Money magazine, you should leave your credit cards at home when you go out, unless you're sure you'll need one. This will help prevent unnecessary purchases. This source also mentions not making loans to friends. It destroys the friendship and your budget. Don't do it. The final tip is this. Don't worry too much about money. It can cause a lot of stress. Remember that it's just a tool and that the people you care about, your values, and the good things you do in the world are all more important. Thank you for listening.